thing?
Yeah.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Jared.
And we're here to talk about Dragon Ball
Z.
Episode 4. We made it this far through the Rad Saga. And this is where Piccolo, it opens with Piccolo saying he's got a plan. And this was very quick. I think there was like one attack. And immediately he has just solved the entire fight. He's going to take 5 minutes and use his special beam cannon. Yeah, it doesn't work, I guess, spoiler, the first time. But it's I guess it's the first, like, Dragon Ball Z is notorious for wait 5 minutes, just last 5 minutes. This is the first suspenseful, I have a super OP attack, but you gotta distract.
I put a note on here about like how this attack was meant for Goku, which is fun. It's a fun thing that they put in there of just like Piccolo made the super attack, which is basically like, he even admitted that like even if he's as powerful as Goku, he is just like he wanted to have somebody in the chamber that could beat Goku even though they were both physically exhausted, I think. And it was this where he could power up, and if Goku's not fast enough to get away from it, he'd also Raditz moved and gets hit by it still. It shows that probably would destroy his arm if he didn't move. So, similar to Goku, could have hit Goku with it and just made him like weaker in the fact that he would no longer have an arm or leg or body part. So I think that's kind of cool. Like this is a fun line that they threw in there just to be like, yeah, like, this was made for Goku and now we're going to use it here. So Goku is a little OP here in the fact that like we don't know what training he's been doing, but like you assume because of this timing, Goku doesn't have as much time, but him and Piccolo are about the same power level. Obviously, it makes more sense. Once he goes to his next place, it makes sense why he's so more powerful is because he has this training. But before he was being a father and he just didn't have that much to do besides, I guess, wearing weighted clothing. But like Piccolo's actually out there making new attacks and like doing things. So it's kind of weird that somehow they're still equal, even though they were equal 5 years ago. Grass here, like we were talking about it. He tricks Goku to let him out of the whole, letting go of his tail basically, which is also like kind of Dragon Ball versus Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z doesn't have that many moments like that where like there's just an easy victory and then it just like slips for them for no reason. Like I guess the closest thing would be like when characters have pride, but this is different because they could have just won, but Goku's empathy makes them lose, which isn't normally a thing most of the times. Like Goku, I guess it because of this moment doesn't have as much, but he does try because Frieza even. So Goku is just he continues to try and give his enemies as many chances.
One of the reasons I don't like this saga, I don't think Raditz ever seems unstoppable. Almost immediately, he's 10 times stronger, he claims, and he's kneeing them and whatever. But immediately they have an attack, the special beam cannon, it kind of works. His aim's a little off, but it still, like you said, it would have taken his arm off. They're not getting destroyed in this fight scene, right? They're wrestling a little bit.
It's a weird thing that they're so surprised by his speed and then they can then keep up with them. Because if he really was so much more powerful than them, why can they keep up?
All right, episode 5, I think is the most packed by far. This is
so far.
Yeah, this is really revealing kind of the trajectory of like the next 20, 30 episodes right here.
Okay, so this is when he comes out of the park because the last episode ends with Gohan breaking out. So Gohan breaks out, hits Ras in the chest. Ras has never seen someone with this much power, except for I guess Broly, but maybe he doesn't know who Broly is.
Probably.
Yeah. But I suppose kids don't normally have this kind of power, so he's going to literally kill this kid, which is why he's kind of a one-note villain. His solution to everything is just kill.
He's part of a bigger thing. I mean, that's what's unique about him. He lands and his thing is like, join my cult, right? We're Saiyans, come with me. But he's not necessarily an individual who's saying, I'm going to conquer everything myself or I'm a warrior. So
then they go through the attack, which is, especially in the original dub, I mean, awesomely violent in the way it's supposed to be. Like, they are throwing up blood and, like, it hurts them because they're dead. Like, it shows that. And what I do like, though, is that, like, shut up and just let the villain die, is that, like, Piccolo explains exactly why they're not that sad about how the battle turned out. And instantly, now you got transmission going out to Vegeta and Nappa, which animation, if everyone should remember Vegeta when he's in this like purple-ish uniform. It's the same uniform, but like the color scheme is very different, which I think they do that when there's actually a filler up, so I'm pretty sure they continue that style until he gets there.
And I think he's a redhead at the time too.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So Piccolo screwed the pooch and just literally made it where now they have to fight these even stronger guys. I put that in the line that you like, the little do they know. So as we're watching our dub, it was like, Ras tells them this, and then the narrator is like, little do they know that over here the Saiyans are coming. Yes, Ras just told them that they know. So once again, that's just fun dub stuff, like the characteristic of the dubs. Goku dies, which is obviously a huge, Krillin and them all come down. It's a huge moment. He dies. In most, and there's obviously a super slim amount to actually do have a similar thing where a character does, like Yu Yu Hakusho, the character dies. that's the entire plot. He becomes a spirit person. But that's the plot. Like, that shows about him dying and that he's a special person for dying and he gets to come back.
I'd hit that point really hard. I can't think of any other series or fiction where the protagonist dies in what was, I guess, the 5th episode of this series. That's, to me, a pretty innovative approach to it. And to build it all up with this gap. Like, you have this false start where there's all this action, the world's going to end, and actually you have a year, and then the world's going to end. And that sets up some, well, they're filler episodes, but they're, I think, rather well done filler episodes in the sense that it's building towards something at least.
This dub, I don't think it's in the manga. I don't think it's in the other versions. But they do mention Super Saiyans. Like Nappa and Vegeta mention that, which is, once again, I like the setup though. Like, someone could be like, that's not in the official thing. It's like, but this is, it's an adaptation. It would be like if a movie was made. If a movie was made, I would like them to talk about these things earlier so that audiences can look back and be like, oh, cool, they kind of were hinting at this. Along with Kami taking the body, I just put that down as a unique thing because I don't think that almost ever happens again. This is like the only time he really has that much more to do besides fuse with Piccolo later. This is it. This is the only saga where he really gets to help out.
The dying thing, there's a lot there too, right? I mean, this is like a martyrdom. Like, he's dying to save Earth. Why is it that Goku dies and not Piccolo? Well, Goku's the one. This is kind of his burden because this is his past returning to Earth, and he's losing his life to protect the people from his past. It's a little bit of the Superman thing, the Jesus thing, right? It's like he's this one savior from another place that comes to Earth. But again, what's different is that the worlds are colliding. Now you're going to see this Saiyan past. It's not just a one-off thing. It's not just Raditz, right? But over really the first third of the whole series, it's about his past.
I mean, that's why Piccolo takes Gohan in the next episodes because, and I guess we
episode 6.
Episode 6, like, he takes Gohan, and the reason he takes Gohan is because he literally, like, there's no other cards to play. He saw Gohan, maybe doesn't know how to fight, but he has power within him and takes him because he just doesn't trust Roshi and Krillin to do it, and especially with Chi-Chi. To be fair, he probably wouldn't have gotten any real training. Like, not saying that like Roshi and them couldn't train him a little bit, but it would be nowhere at the level that he gets from Piccolo for a whole year of like making him survive and teaching him techniques and like. But yeah, this next 6 is all about setup. It's what do we have to do to defeat this enemy, and that's basically what they're telling you. And then like the next couple episodes are all, most of them are filler, but they're basically showing you like how they're trying to fulfill that with training.
Interesting, that was your focus, because I know you like the Piccolo Gohan dynamic. To me, and as a kid, I remember not caring about any of that. Like basically, when Goku dies, that I follow Goku's trajectory. I don't really care what's happening on Earth because I know it's like savior complex. He's gonna come back and fix it somehow. And so when Goku meets King Yama, that to me is this like zooming out. Now you're seeing this larger universe, like you mentioned last time. King Yama, I don't know what he's king of, but he makes some pretty big decisions, and he's like this Greek god encapsulation of what divine beings look like, which they're basically humans. He wears a suit. He's a big dude. He's working a job. He's in a bureaucracy. So the gods are among us, or we're created in their image. Now you're in this afterworld, and there's this initial thing where you welcome, here's your like welcome package. But then you're on your own. You got to figure out how to get to King Kai. Only one person has ever done it, and that's where you get into like the beginning of basically the Odyssey. Like there's going to be these temptations. I think he literally runs into Medusa or someone like it. But it's really a rip off of all that. But it is this journey whirlwind that's going to change who he is as a person and make him a lot stronger. And so that Goku's journey and all that time, I do feel like that is the primary arc of this. And what's happening on Earth, maybe it's a little bit of hindsight bias. It doesn't really matter too much.
Well, especially since the fact that Goku is the one that beat most of them, and they take out Cybermen. But they have to also power up, because if they didn't power up here, how would they ever be able to do dynamic stuff and all that? So that's kind of, they just have to in the background do it, and like some of it's fun. Like watching Gohan is a little bit fun. There's an episode that's 100% filler where they go into like the I don't even know if it's a hyperbolic time chamber, but it's like they go into a thing. Tien, Chaozu, all them go into this thing, and they go into the past and fight Saiyans from years ago, and that's filler. 100% doesn't happen. But it's a fun episode in the fact that they get destroyed, they get killed. Like it's literally almost a dark episode. They all get killed, and like. It's not consequential, but it's fun in comparison to other filler and other shows. Like at least it's kind of like a fun thing, and it tries to expand on things that we're never gonna see. Like we don't really get to see stuff like that. Like we're not gonna see the Saiyans past besides Bardock movie almost ever. Like or the Broly movie now, which is a retelling of the Bardock story. This is more like the prequel. This is just like bridging the gap for fans of Dragon Ball to get us from humans to the next level, which is like space.
So I think we'll skip to the Saiyan saga.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of cover the major turning inflection points of the series. So
Yeah.
So next up, Saiyan saga. We'll talk to you then.
See ya.